Hello, geometry students. We are starting chapter 10, which is on circles. Before you watched this video, you read through the lesson and defined a number of terms, including radius, diameter, how to identify a circle and name it, congruent circles, and concentric circles. This part of the lesson is going to focus on circumference. The directions read, find the exact circumference of each circle. Leave in radical form with the pi symbol, no decimals. That's what exact form is. We're not going to be writing any decimals down. So we have to find the circumference. Circumference, the equation is pi times diameter. So I'm going to need to find the diameter in this problem. I have a right triangle, so I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to take my 6 squared, my 8 squared, and I'm looking for the diameter squared. Now remember our 3, 4, 5 triangle? That's one of my favorite triangles. When I look at 6, I think of 3 times 2. When I look at 8, I think of 4 times 2. Here's the 3, there's the 4. This would be then 5 times 2. So my diameter is 10. I'm using my 3, 4, 5 triangle to solve this one. If you want to go 6 squared plus 8 squared and then hit the square root button, you're also going to get 10. Now I'm asked to find the circumference. So I'm going to go and circumference is pi. My diameter is 10. 10 pi centimeters squared is my circumference. Pi symbol is second. Let's look at example number 2. Again, we're looking for the circumference. Circumference is pi times diameter, so you need to find the diameter. Both sides of the triangle are 9. So I'm going to take 9 squared. 9 squared is d squared. This time, this is not a 3, 4, 5 triangle, so I need to go ahead and square them. 81. 81 is d squared. 162 is d squared. Square root of 162. Now I can't punch that in my calculator. I need to leave it in exact form, so I need to simplify this radical. When I do that, I see that it's even, so I'm going to go to 81. At that point, square root of 81 is 9, root 2 is d. So now I need to find my circumference. I'm going back up here. Circumference is pi, and then it's 9 root 2. Pi is your last term, 9 root 2 pi, and then what's your label? Inches. Let's look at example number 3. Again, we're looking for the circumference. So circumference is pi diameter. This time we don't have the diameter drawn, but we can draw it in there. I've got a right triangle, so I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem again. I'm going to go 3 squared plus 7 squared is d squared. 3 squared is 9, 7 squared is 49, d squared. 9 and 49 is 58, d squared, square root. Again, you need to simplify that. I see 58 is even, so 2 goes into 58, 2 and 29. Okay, so I can't simplify it. Either one of those are perfect squares. So I'm going to take my 58 and plug it in. So my circumference, this time I'm going to be a little bit wiser. I'm going to list my diameter first. Square root of 58 pi, and then what's my label? Millimeters. Let's take a look at our last problem. You have square root of 2 and square root of 2, and you need to find the diameter, because again you're looking for circumference, which is pi d. So you're going to take the square root of 2, I'm using Pythagorean theorem here, squared, plus square root of 2 squared equals d squared. The square root and the square cancel each other out, leaving you with 2. Same thing here, square root and square cancel each other out, leaving you with 2 d squared. I'm getting 4 when I add them together. Square root both sides. D is 2. So now my circumference is 2 pi, and then your label is centimeters. All right, geometry students, you have an awesome day, and I'll see you at the next lesson.